everyone, this is Solomon from Solomonic Demons, and welcome to the first episode of Boosting the Peavey Butcher. And the Peavey Butcher might be my favorite amplifier ever. And this one in specific, this is the MK2. This is a revision of the Peavey Butcher from the 80s, the original Peavey Butcher that was based on the Marshall JCM 800. And yes, this amplifier is not an amplifier to play metal. The Cron channel has gain, but it's not a high gain amp. You know, it's very loosey, and no matter what you do, you always gotta boost the amp. Now, over the years that I've been having this amplifier, I have found that this is maybe the most friendly amp when you push it with an overdrive on top. And that's why I'm making this new series, because I want to share that with you. So in every episode I'm gonna be using a different overdrive, and today in the first episode we are using the East River overdrive from Electro Harmonix. And to make the things fair, I'm gonna be using the same guitar in all videos. That is my LTD Elite, loaded with a Seymour Duncan JB and Jazz. This guitar is and it's gonna be in all videos on the standard tuning. And the reason why I'm gonna be using the same guitar in all videos is because if you guys want to compare one overdrive from another one, you guys gonna be able to do it, because I'm gonna be using the same setup in all the videos. That is my guitar through an overdrive, through a noise gate, to the Peavey Butcher, to my load box. The load box gonna be connected to my Focusrite interface, and I'm gonna be using some IRs from Torpedo Wall of Sound. I also gonna be using the same IRs in all the videos. Alright guys, so with that said, let's see how the Peavey Butcher sounds boosted with my East River overdrive from Electro Harmonix. Alright guys, like I said, we're gonna be using only the Cron channel on the Peavey Butcher, and the presence on the amplifier is at noon, the EQ section is also at noon, and the gain is at noon. Also, this amplifier have a boost. We're gonna start with the boost on the off position, and then we're gonna turn it on. But like I said, even with the boost of the amplifier on, this amp still needs a boost to achieve any kind of metal tone. Like I said, this is more like a rock amplifier, is not intended to be used to play metal, but once you engage an overdrive in front of it, the word change, or a boost, or whatever. I also gonna blend the gain from the overdrives with the gain of the Peavey Butcher. Alright? I don't gonna leave the gain on the overdrive at 0, or at least I'm gonna try to see what happens when I blend the gain of the overdrive and the amplifier. So let's start with the amplifier by itself. This is the Peavey Butcher with the presence at noon, the EQ at noon, and the gain at noon. And now we're gonna engage the pedal. Volume is at 0, gain is at 0, and the tone is at noon. So let's increase the volume. So with the tone all the way up, it gets kind of noisy, like I guess two treble. Now Now let me see what happens if I try to blend the gain of the pedal with the gain of the amplifier. We put the gain at 9 to start. And we're gonna put it 12 o'clock. Now we're gonna go all the way to 3 p.m. And we're gonna put the gain of the pedal all the way up. Alright, and I'm gonna leave it for like that for now. And let me see. I'm gonna increase the presence a little bit. I'm gonna put it around 3 p.m. I also gonna put the mids on the EQ around 11, and I'm gonna increase my bass a little bit to 1 p.m. and the same thing with my treble. Okay, let me cut the gain a little bit on the overdrive because you can feel that the gain of the pedal is saturating everything, and I don't really like it that much that way. So let's see with the gain at half. It's at noon right now on the pedal, at noon on the amp. And remember, we haven't boosted the Peavey Butcher yet. We haven't used the boost on the amplifier. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna engage the boost of the amp, but first I'm gonna put the gain of the pedal all the way back to 0. Alright, Let me increase the tone a little bit on the pedal. And I think that I can start feeling a tone that I like. Things start getting really nice to me. I really like what I hear right now in the room, and I hope you guys like too. And I'm gonna start increasing the gain on the pedal a little bit. We're gonna put it on 9. And now I'm gonna go all the way to 12 o'clock, so that means that the gain on the pedal is at 12 and the gain on the amp is at 12. So let's see how they sound when they are mix match. All right. I guess that I have enough gain there to make some leads, you know. So I'm gonna put some reverb delay. So yeah, I like it how it's getting. Let me remove the reverb and delay, and let's put more gain on the pedal. Now we are 3 p.m. on the overdrive, and we're still on the middle on the Peavey Butcher, so that means that we have more gain on the pedal. And I think that if I remove the noise gate right now, this thing will be noisy as hell. So let me see what happens if I remove the noise gate. So that's the good thing about the Fortin Zuul. It's a really good noise gate that does the job. But let's see how it sounds with the overdrive gain at 3 p.m. and I'm still having the Butcher with the gain at noon. So woof. And guys, I don't gonna go all the way up because it's too much gain. It's too much gain. So what I prefer is go back to 0. And I'm gonna increase the gain of the Butcher to 3 p.m. just to hear the final difference. To hear how the amp sounds with like a basic configuration boost, that is the volume all the way up, the tone around 3 p.m, the gain all the way on 0. So let me put the gain on the Butcher on actually 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is fine. 2 p.m. on the gain on the Butcher. The gain on the pedal it's at 0. The tone is almost at 3 p.m. And this is how it sounds. And I guess this will be the final tone demonstration. Alright guys, hope you guys liked the video. That was the Peavey Butcher with the East River Overdrive from Electro Harmonix as boost. See you guys in the next episode of boosting the Peavey Butcher with an overdrive.